Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Arcade Spirits. We're on a lunch date with Ashley, although it's not really a date. And also we met two of the best, probably the best characters in the whole game. Their names were Ben and Matt, no relation to the actors. And their dialogue was just so good. Go watch last episode. It's so good. These mini donuts are just so cute. Ashley holds up a tiny donut in her hands like a chipmunk holding an acorn. She looks down at the tiny pastry and her eyes sparkle before she takes a bite. Closing her eyes, the corners of her mouth curl into a wide smile. Man, it's so yummy. I could eat these all day. I wish I could have Ashley's enthusiasm about eating food. The same old pizza bagels day after day is dulling out my palate. Ashley's face changes from pure delight to concern. Hey Matt, is everything okay? You aren't your normal self today. You seem a little off. It's been an interesting morning. Kinda hard to wrap my head around everything. Hey, I know how those days go. Even if I feel lost and confused sometimes, there are days when it's especially rough. You? Seriously? Little Miss Sunshine? Really? The living embodiment of good tidings and cheer? Who are you and what have you done with Ashley? Come on now. But seriously, you're always so happy and confident, Ashley. Blindingly so, in fact. Between the cosplay passion and the keeping the kiddies happy, I've never seen you lose your smile.
I know it seems totally unlike me, but honestly, deep down I'm scared. I feel like I don't really know who I am.
Aww.
Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know who this person is who is staring back at me.
That came on a little strong.
I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know I am Ashley Wolf, but that's all. What makes up Ashley Wolf?
I'm thinking about this and I think it's going to a place, but I won't say what it is until it happens. If it happens, regardless if it does or doesn't, I'll let you know then. But I think this is going to a place.
Who am I? Who am I really? That's what I'm searching for.
That took an unusually serious tone compared to Ashley's usual chipper attitude. I can't say I entirely get what she means about not knowing who she is. Well, no, I kinda get it, considering I don't know what I want from life. What you want and who you are often linked ideas, right? But Ashley looks so forlorn and I can't sit by and say nothing. I won't let the silence drown her out. Is that why you cosplay? Wonder if Ashley uses cosplay as a way to help explain her world, to discover things she couldn't obtain without it. Cosplay helps you find what you're looking for, right? Ashley looks shocked and slightly embarrassed. Whoa, how'd you guess? Are you psychic? You have to tell me if you're a psychic. Those are the psychic rules. No, it just makes sense, I guess. We all have our masks, do we not? Yeah, we do. When I reflect on my life, I really do love cosplay and I love the rush it brings. I get to be whoever I want, whatever I want. I could be a starship captain, an elf, a giant pink flamingo mascot even. I don't even have to worry about Ashley. I can focus on being someone else. I feel awkward in my own skin. When I'm in costume, I feel like I'm at my fullest potential. I feel comfortable. But I think cosplay has really helped me understand some things about myself that I couldn't see before I started doing this. I just want to be able to love the person I am when I find them. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine. I missed a word, so that everything's... Oh, brain work. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine there. If you can't smile for the kiddies through a pink flamingo mask, you smile for yourself. I hope so, I really do. Ashley looks off again longingly for a second before snapping back to attention. Oh my, I just talked your ear right off.
Beep,
beep. Beep beep, lunchtime is over, Matt. Right on time. Hey, thanks for listening, Matt. I mean it. And you know, if you ever want to talk about your problems, I'm here. I mean, I'm here at the Funplex, yeah. But like, I'm here for you too. That's what friends are for. And I And I totally know I might be overstepping my bounds here, but I feel like lately you're just going through the motions at the Funplex. Huh? No, things are great with me in the Funplex. You punch in and punch out right on time, sure. But from what I've seen, Matt, you have so much potential. The flame burns deep inside and you just gotta dig down and bring out that light, you know? You do great things. I just know it. And I've totally delayed you long enough. We should go back to Gavin before he notices we're gone. God, this music is so fucking good. I'm so down with retro synthwave jams. Time for the afternoon shift. That's when usually things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling in with crews. I'm headed back to my desk ready to take care of what needs taken care of, when I'm intercepted en route. Matt, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left. Ooh, what's up? Hams is up.
Okay.
He is? Huh. Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Matt, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza's a game finder and auctioneer. He gives next to no notice of what new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. But Ashley's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I needed to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. You're trusting the Funplex to the newbie? I might burn it down. Me? Seriously? Did we learn nothing from the great kitchen fire incident of 20XX? That Matt exudes an aura of perpetual bad luck? That cruddy old microwave exploding had nothing to do with your pizza rolls. Pizza bagels. Whatever. Hey, hang on, I get a say in this too, right? As a fellow floor attendant. I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Matt be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you ever met, trust me. I want to do more than what I've been doing. Different things, new things, show some initiative, like... I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Matt instead, but no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Peaky can stay in storage for the afternoon. Just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. Need to go get the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, away! Oh, she's not wearing her overalls. Aw, she's cute. I really like her. Leaving me waiting outside with my two traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls up his van and a rental trailer around. My throat, what is up with my throat? It feels like the muscles are just like getting really tense. I don't know what's happening. It's like what happened when I recorded Sakura Spirit almost, except nothing's like actually hurting. It's just annoying. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we? The four of us pile in and it's off to the highway. Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate just outside of town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting! I love arcade raids. Arcade auctions. Raids. Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this, a raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Oh, well, okay. So Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage burger time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down here to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored to get an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and help the little guys like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping Hamza's good side. Huh. Let's just do this one. So, he only invites a select hand-picked group to his auctions? How'd you end up in that select hand-picked group? That would be my doing, dearie. He likes to visit the local arcades whenever he's in town. And as I like to get to know everybody who walks in our doors, I approached him. I suppose we achieved a certain rapport, considering we've had 3 invitations so far. I need to stop saying invitations, it's invitations. Got some rather lovely games too, including Moopy. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add any more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in. What about the offsite storage unit? We could just rotate games in and out more often. Games? What's happening? It's almost 1 in the morning, and I'm really tired, so that's probably what's happening. Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding. Aww, yeah, she did for me.
Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of
looks like the
making
mystery
our little
machine.
complex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game.
That's true.
Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
That's really deep.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that without regret, so everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic diversion, the weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on! Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in, just in case. That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean? A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game live follow. That's how you pronounce that. A waste of true potential. Huh, good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everybody resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder exactly where this auction and/or raid happening anyway. Or where is this auction and/or raid happening anyway? I can read. I got an A+ in language arts. We'd been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe it's some old closed down roller rink or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted exactly by 87,194 ghosts. Night on Bald Mountain's playing again. The classic bird luck in play, so majestically awful. Gavin pulls up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? Creepy, definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in the blur, as others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends. Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome.
I love his voice.
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Matt Bird.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Kind of a dump, isn't it? Seeker of Antiquity. 1980X is antique? I was unaware Reagan-era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turin Shroud. You have fire, indeed. But rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by Eve's End. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Matt, Bird. Perhaps later, but for now it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome. Welcome to Donnawood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musicians Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted by private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year, it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below.
I hope me
Begged
trying to do his
rescue
accent isn't
from
racist.
such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so.
Someone in the comments tell me if it's racist, and if it is, I'll stop doing it.
I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
I love merchants like this in video games because they're always so passionate about the shit that they have. And also, it's a great accent. I love hearing this accent. It's so good. Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid, or an arcade auction, or whatever. Donna Michaels? I knew it. I should have recognized Donna Wood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980X. Naomi, I was born in 1990X. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we could blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in our arcade. Not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw in an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a place so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors. Leaving me to, do stuff? Now I see why Ashley was bored of these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. Got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Oh, can I go back and... I want to save my game, damn it. I'm gonna go browse games with Naomi, but I'm gonna do that in the next episode. Let me save this here. Boop. Alright. Thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.